fighting galamsey. He was MP for Tamale Central and former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Alhaji Inusah Fuseini. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Thank you, Umaru. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. President Akufo-Addo is making a direct call to your boss, well, maybe former boss. I don't know whether I should still say your boss, John Dramani Mahama. Where do you stand on galamsey? That's what he says. Where does your boss stand? Where does the NDC stand?
The NDC stance is very clear to all Ghanaians. NDC is opposed to illegal mining activities in this country. And so NDC will fight illegal mining, which is called galamsey in this country when given the nod. NDC has repeatedly said that anybody who wants to mine must obtain a permit to be able to engage in that activity. So look at it legally or politically, NDC is on firm grounds on its vision for the mining sector, and particularly small-scale mining. And so it is not true that John Dramani Mahama has not stated his position. Let me hasten to add that what His Excellency the President is doing is shamelessly politicizing the issue. When on 7th January 2021, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was swearing the oath of office on the Bible, he swore to uphold the laws of this country. He did not take the oath with anybody. He took it to be president of this country and to uphold the laws. Minerals and Mining Act 703 is part of the laws of this country. So it is a manifestation of dereliction of duty for a president to say that he needs other political parties to sign a pact. When Article 58 of the Constitution vests executive authority in him, when he has sworn his oath of office to uphold the laws of this country. So, Mr. President, if you are listening to City FM, your statement smacks of dereliction of duty. You are attempting to pass the buck to your political opponents and shamelessly politicize the issue of galamsey, which is affecting the lives of people, which is an existential threat, which is affecting cocoa farms. Just the other day, I was told that cocoa production in this country has plummeted from a high of 1.5 metric tons a year to about 400 metric tons a year. We have been warned by the European Union that our cocoa is failing the sanitary and phytosanitary test. Just the other day, I was reading in the news that mercury or traces of mercury and hard chemicals or substances have been found in our yams. We have read numerous reports of women having still babies and some bringing forth deformed children in the mining areas by reason of the injection of hard chemicals by pregnant women. We are needlessly exposing people to the hazardous effects of these chemicals because of the unregulated mining. And it is the responsibility of the president, if he doesn't know, to bring the menace under control and not attempt to share the blame with any other person.
Could the president's message not be informed by what appears to be double standards or what he calls double speak on the part of former President John Mahama, who, on the one side, you are just saying that you have a determination to fight galamsey, and yet, on the other side, promising to grant amnesty to persons who have been imprisoned for engaging in these criminal acts. How do you, blow hot and cold on this particular matter? It appears that's what the president is saying.
Umaru Sanda, there's no duality of responsibilities in this country in terms of the presidency of this country.
That is true, but we also do know that stakeholder consultations are important. And the former president who has so much following, if he makes the statement he makes as a nation, speaking nationalistically, it appears that he's not helping the fight. That appears to be what the president is saying, no?
You can make all statements that you want to make. If a president is determined to enforce the law, it doesn't matter whose axe is God, he will enforce the law. The fact that the former president makes a statement, which statement the sitting president is not happy about, does not offer him an opportunity to obviate the implementation and enforcement of the laws. That's what you must understand. The statement of John Dramani Mahama does not in any way provide a cover for a sitting president to default in the implementation of the law. So I'm not even going there. That is why I say that it appears to me to be to smack of dereliction of duty if the president is justifying his failure on the basis of a statement made by a former president. Are you telling me that if the president of the United States of America is unable to stem the tide of illegal immigrants, he will blame it on his predecessor for opening the borders during his time to let illegal immigrants enter the country? Centrality of responsibility is key in presidential systems of government. And in this particular case, the president of our republic bears whole and total responsibility for bringing the menace under control. He has to provide the leadership. And that is why I have said on numerous platforms that what appears to be happening to us today is a manifestation of total and complete failure, disastrous failure of leadership and policy of the MPP. The earlier the president woke up to that that realization, the better it will be for all of us, because he might have the opportunity to galvanize all of us into supporting him in these last few days to see whether he can start a process of bringing the menace under control.
Let me ask you a question that has been sent by someone who is openly campaigning for the New Patriotic Party. His name is Maximus Ametogo. He's engaging in open campaigning for the NPP, and he sends a question that he wants me to ask you in reference to the earlier statement you made about licensing small-scale miners. He says that if you, as a party, believe that licenses cure illegal mining, why are you complaining about the number of licenses that have been issued by this Akufo-Addo government over the past 8 years?
First of all, licenses on a general principle, are regulated activities. So if you put officers in place, Ametopo or what's his name, you put officers in place to grant licenses. They must balance the granting of the licenses against the need and desire to protect the environment, and the capacity of the Minerals Commission to police those licenses. That is why one is at a loss that within the 8 years, the MPP has granted in excess of 2,000 licenses for the small-scale mining sector. because that will put the Minerals Commission's ability to police the activities of the licensed miners under strain. And also, that will inadvertently affect the environment. That is why people are complaining. The rationale and prudence of granting 2,000 licenses within 2 years is what is the problem, and not granting licenses per se.
Thank you for speaking to us, Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and former MP for Tamale Central, Alhaji Inusah Fuseini.